This is the story about the buried wife.
One day an old woman got sick,
and her husband spent every second beside her. Later on, she was pronounced dead.
She was the man's one true love,
and he was devastated.
She was then buried the next day.
The husband was so sad, he tried to jump on the casket when it was getting lowered.
The man then returned back to his house,
lonely and miserable. That night, a strange scratching sound woke him up. It was getting louder and louder, and he didn't know where it was coming from. When he turned over in his bed, he was met by a terrifying sight.
He saw a figure of a woman standing outside his window.
With fear, he realized it was his wife. When he ran to the window, she vanished. He called the doctor and begged for his wife's grave to be dug up. But the doctor said no, and said he was just struggling with stress.
But he kept seeing her at the same window every night.
The man had enough and went to go dig her up on his own. When he reached the coffin, he opened the lid and stepped back in horror.
His wife's face had a frozen scream.
The coffin was filled with scratches, and her fingers were worn down to the bone.